Coming to you live from the willitforge studios in a blacked out apartment hidden somewhere in Michigan. I am willitforge, and this is the Watching Paint Dry show. I welcome all my guests who are here. You all know who you are. Paint Dry show. And catch early on the... Whoops, that's not supposed to be echoing sound back into the stream. Excellent. We do have a few new toys to play with today, if everything works the way it's supposed to. Not for the art stylings, just for easy technical stuff. Played with a deck app for my phone to make switching scenes and everything a little bit easier, and allowed me to do things like take that text off real quickly. You can see the, well, that's still the previous coaster set, which I do actually have some updates on that. I thought I had taken and updated all my pictures everywhere. Apparently, fail. Well, fail happens. As the usual, we will be having chat. We will be having painting. We will be having music and singing. And, of course, watching paint dry. And I got my coffee beverages, got my soft drinks, got my glass of wine. We're set for a long haul, I hope. I was just pushing some of my technical stuff that I've been working on right up to the last minute, so not everything is in place the way I'm hoping to in the future. But one thing I can do right now is actually bring up that which is our current on the current set. Looking a little lopsided to me, but planets are not truly spheroid, especially not due to the rotations and everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a series of songs lined up, and we will bring up some additional, not pictures actually, I've got that other coaster set to show off. Nicely clear-coated, corked on the back, and I am rather pleased, if I do say so myself. I don't have all my conversion stuff over, so I don't have any of my normal sounders, but I got the music, and that's the most important thing, right? And I'm just coming up the taking my music folder from the bottom to the top this time. Okay, so I got a little bit of music lined up. And hey, Swirl Blue, glad to see you there. Missed you last week. I don't know if you were absent or just lurking, but always nice to see the audience, especially my moderators. And what we have is that. It's got a nice glossy clear coat on it, corked back to kind of protect any surface that you put it on. Now, one thing I say with these is that clear coat's basically just a high gloss clear spray paint. It is water and weather resistant and everything, but I'd be concerned if anything like like something more like a ceramic was placed on it, the potential for scuffing. So these are mostly decorative. They'd be great under plastic cups and things like that, but I'd be concerned about something like a ceramic mug scuffing them up badly. On the other hand, if it just scratches to the clear coat, that can easily be refreshed by a couple new coats of, in this case, gloss Rust-Oleum. That one is so reflective, you can see the camera in it. So that is where we were on those. This set here is finished. And now if I say we can continue on this set here, like the clear coat, yeah, it really, it brings everything out, and at the same time it protects it so you can't just scuff the paint off and everything. It makes a nice clean surface. Now I've got these vinyl flooring samples. Actually, I've got 8 of them that I painted black as a base because they were marbleized, and then 4 of them that are mostly white. I don't exactly have the next set of pictures worked out in my head as much as I'm able to do that. I just kind of know where they're going, so when you know where you want something to be sent, but you don't know what you're gonna make with it, it's a little tricky sometimes. I have to really work on a lot of things for the deck because I really like having the deck app on my phone. It makes some things very convenient. It's just I don't have everything I need for that yet. Just realized in Classic, I'd forget my head if it wasn't attached. I didn't grab a tray for the paints, so I will be right back. And I'm back. And that is just so easy to do now. Makes you want to try and do it more times than you need to, but I'm gonna be good. I hope. Try and behave myself. See you over there on the Twitch side, Swirl. Kind of making yourself known around everywhere. And Swirl does her own thing on the interwebs, the Twitch and the YouTube, with some stuff just actually videos recorded with her phone, and then playing on her Switch and everything. And they are entertaining videos. I personally find them worth a watch at various times in my schedule as life permits. Yes, the restream is working for chat. It's that's another one of those smanchy dancy handy fun little things. Lets me watch all of my chats on one window because I am streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and DLive because I don't have affiliate anywhere. And it's brings all the chats to one place, allows you to talk to each other no matter which platform you're on, and kind of brings everything to one spot instead of me having to watch 3 windows. So that's useful too. But without further ado, we will be hitting the tunes and getting to the painting.
We are one and only, straight no chaser. And now you're in my way. Trade my soul for a wish, pennies and time for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was open, little cheeks in the show. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you. This is crazy. Here's my number, so call me baby, and all the other girls. See, here's my number, so call me. Not exactly, but dude, that was awesome! Put your hands in it, come on! Here we go, here we go! Oh, can you sing it? Oh, just y'all, just y'all! Keep it going, keep it going! Switch it up! 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm sexy and I know it. Okay, so
Hey Data, happy to see you there too. And for people who are not as interested in the musical stylings of Karaoke Will with better artist backgrounding or the watching paint dry, right now I know that Moonshock is streaming Grounded over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Nighthaven, NYTEHAVEN. It is very entertaining. I know that this morning he fulfilled a crowdsourced, crowdfunded task to melee a wolf spider, where he died once but came out successful. But I'm happy to have folks over here, so, you know, don't just go on my account, go if that's your kind of thing. I must confess that if I wasn't streaming, I'd be there, but I've got my own stream, so here I am, and I'm here because of all you. Should make this gonna be putting another ridge kind of above the tree line kind of thing here with a nice green valley in there. And this is loosely but not really based on Earth, kind of Earth similar. And so you have some of the kind of the same things where you'll have like deserts where you get a lot of tan and brown. You have mountains, you have some tan and brown and some white for snow-capped peaks and everything. We're just going to be playing all over the place with color today. And finishing up some of the details so that these will be ready for clear coating soon. Can't forget a star field. We haven't gotten to stars yet, but we'll get there. And we're going to see how long we can do this today. Got the drinks, got the painkillers, got the TENS burning my leg. Not burning, it zaps me nicely and makes me forget some of my pain. One of the prep things I did not do, I did not pull my colors out, so I'm kind of digging for them as we go. And dropping bottles of paint on my foot. You wouldn't think that hurts, but it does.
Even the jokes seem fresh. Well, many of you may also be seeing for the very first time an a cappella show. Any first-time a cappella audience members out there? No, say not you. Anybody? Okay. You can admit it. It's okay. We're going to explain kind of how we do this. You might be thinking, are there background tracks? Are there background vocals or a percussion? I hear some percussion. I'm going to assure you that everything you're hearing comes from these 10 guys, through these mics, out through the speakers, nothing else, no filters, no tracks, no nothing. It's gluten-free, it's fat-free, it's fantastic for you. So yeah, so that's what you come to Vegas for, right? Health reasons, sure, of course. Well, we're going to show you kind of how we do that. Now, in each song we've got, in a lot of songs we've got a vocal percussion guy. And on this next one, that's going to be Mr. Tyler Trev. He's going to kind of show you how he does that. Yeah, come on. Go for it, Ty. You can take off. Thanks for coming, man. He's got to get to the club right now. So that's our vocal percussion. That kind of switches around between a couple of guys. Then at the very top, you're going to be hearing the highest voices, the tenors. Tenors, you want to show? Okay, take a little bow. Sure. Give them a round of applause. Now, these guys, they sing the high parts. It's usually the solos or the melody. We call it in the business the easy part. That's what they do. So, technical term. I didn't make it up. So, that's what they do. Then the next part below that are the baritones. Baritones, you want to think about it? You just ask someone to call you, Dave? They don't have your number. They don't. His number is 1-800-boring baritone part. So, what they do is, well, we have no idea what they do, but they're fun to hang out with after the show if you see them out on the casino floor losing. So, then at the very bottom, you've got Randy and I, and we are the basses. We sing the bass part. So, okay. It's a very lonely, boring part, a lot of dums and doo-ba-doo-wahs, and we never get to sing any of those coveted words. Well, special night tonight because we are about to turn things around. Enjoy.
1, 2, 3, 4, go! Because you know I'm all about that bass. No tenors, I'm all about that bass. Got that bass. No tenors, I'm all about that bass. Got that bass. No tenors, I'm all about that bass. Got that bass. Bass, bass.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't no tenor, but I can make you boom like I'm supposed to do. Cause I got that boom boom that all the girls chase. And all the low notes in all the right places.
I hear those tenors screaming, trying to reach the top. Sound like a bunch of girls. Come on, now make it stop. If you like bass, bass, then raise them up. Cause every octave that I sing is perfect bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about those tenor guys.
She said that girls like a low voice to whisper in their ear at night.
My voice is dreamy, it's getting
So I
steamy.
won't be no pop star, no rock star, but I'll do just fine.
So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and waste your time. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, bass, bass.
I'm bringing bass back.
They don't have your number, Jerome. Don't those tenors sound like shrieking cats?
They think they're all right. But every note that I will hit is perfect bottom to the top.
Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about those baritones.
She said they sing the same 3 notes and never get so low.
They're really boring, they'll leave you snoring.
Back down to the vocal percussion guys.
So all you need is a bass voice to get you through the night. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, bass, bass.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass, no tenors. I'm all about that bass,
Bass, bass. Okay, we gotta.
Now, some of the stuff that I'm doing right now makes me think of, I don't even remember where the reference is from, but it was talking about things that women do with makeup, like plucking off their eyebrows completely and then drawing them back on, and trying to paint their face with a brush made of 4 rabbit hairs and everything. Getting a little bit of the blend of colors and the fine detail brush together, and it kind of makes one think of similar. But I know the ladies in my chat are not that vain. And they don't need to resort to things like that to make themselves look good, right?
Great show for you tonight. This is unlike our touring show. This is made especially for Harris. We've got music from the last 60 years, and we're going to start with the 1950s. Life could be a dream, life could be a dream. Shaboo. Oh, life could be a dream. If I could take you up to paradise above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shalom, and hope we'll meet again. Hello, ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Shalom, whoa, shalom, and away. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Every morning, times forgets me out of my bed and crying, get a job. After breakfast, every day, she goes to Walmart's right my way and never fails to say, get a job. Get a job. Get a job. Get a job. My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. I only have eyes for you. Are the stars out tonight? I can't tell if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for you. You are here, so am I. Baby, millions of people go by, but they all disappear from you. And I only have eyes for you. Hush-a-bye, oh my darling, don't you cry. Guardian angels up above, take care of the one I love. Oh my darling, don't you cry. Guardian angels above us, take care of the one I love.
Dang, 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 ding, dong, ding. Dang, 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 ding, dong. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love like oh. Dang, 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 ding, dong, ding, blue. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, good night, sweetheart. Good night. Danger, will you be mine? My darling dear, I love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Sweetheart, good night. Good night, sweetheart. Well, the one I adore, our lives forever and never know. I used to leave you, but I really must say, with you, good night, sweetheart. Now wait.
That's what I'm talking about. This is our third time coming back here for a sit down, huh? Pretty sweet. Yeah, they had to have us back because we still didn't take our stuff out of our rooms from the last time. Had to come back and get it. A lot of stuff was missing. See a lot of chasers in the house tonight for opening. Yeah. All right, folks, we got a brand new show for you tonight. We got some new songs, we got some classics, we got something for everybody. This next song is going to be sung to you by Mike Luganville. Please enjoy.
When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much that and just like the old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. Well, I won't lose your soul. Well, I won't give up. I'll give it the sky. Patiently waiting to see what you find, to see what you find. 'Cause even if some labor, some even fall to the earth, we got a lot to learn, and God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't wanna be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend, at least we did
And yeah, so much of it is at this point is more the fine detail, because we're getting close to where I'm going to, if I try to add too much more, I'm going to be messing them up. But I am still working on some of these details, continents, islands. Last thing that we're going to add to this one when it comes to it, aside from maybe the stars, we might do the star field last, one of these two things, is actually adding clouds. But I'll have all 4 tiles on for that to give me, you know, the actual globe view. Going for tweaking the shape and design of the continents and touching up a few things that probably aren't showing on the camera at all. Doesn't take much, just a little bit of distance adds a lot of forgiveness to the minor flaws that show up. And of course, we're a little bit too far removed to get some of those finer details like fjords and such, which not really trying for fjords, it's just a fun word to say. Fjord. Get some bays and inlets involved here, because that is a very geological thing to have. Kind of a naturalistic look. And the other thing is the green being added like this adds some texture to it too, adds some depth when you're actually looking at it more closely.
If everybody had an ocean across the USA, then everybody be surfing California. You see them wearing their baggies, Rachi sandals too. Everybody was surfing USA. Well, she got her daddy's car and she drove to the hamburger stand now. She forgot all about the library like she told her old man now. And with the radio fast it goes cruising just as fast as she can now. And she'll have fun till her daddy takes the demon away. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me excitation. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me excitation. Good vibrations. Good vibrations. Get around, get around, get around, get around, get around. I'm making real good break. Well, East Coast girls are hip, I really dig the style they wear. But since you put me down, I've been out doing my hair. The Midwest farmers' daughters really make you feel alright. I say I love at night and in the morning just lay in bed. the boyfriends warm at night. I wish they all could be California girls. Help me find out, help me get her out of my heart. Wish they all could be California girls. Wouldn't it be nice if we were older and we wouldn't have to wait so long? Now wouldn't it be nice to live together in the kind of world where we belong? I know it's gonna make it that much better if we can spend the night and stay together. Wouldn't it be nice? Oh, wouldn't it be nice? I wish they all could be California girls. One, two, three, four. I'm excited. It started out in Indiana, just a group of friends with voices that could play. With all those college days and had to go our separate ways. Years went by, but now we're back again. And we're singing acapella music just to reminisce. It's time I tell you not alone, you make me feel like this. Time to come and bring you a show. Trying to figure out exactly how far it'll go. So let's spread this sound all around. The music's here to stay. We'll travel far, set up at the bar. There's just one thing to say. I'll take it straight, no chaser. We're thinking straight, no chaser. We're drinking straight, no chaser. We're staying straight, no chaser.
Got flipped. Turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. There are a lot of confused faces out there right now. Clearly didn't watch sitcoms in the 90s. That is the theme song from a very popular show called... That was really together, guys. That was amazing. It's like we planned this. That's awesome. Yes, that is from The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Now, television has been around for a long time. I don't really know how long because I don't do research for these announcements, but I figure at least like 25, 35 years minimum. And within that time, the sitcom has been a prevalent genre of television. And if you ask us on stage, what is the mark of a true sitcom? It's got to have one of those great sitcom theme songs. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, those songs that you tune in just a couple minutes early every week, just so you don't miss one precious note of them. Let me give you some examples. You tell me what lines what shows these lines are from. I'll get it eventually. All right, come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. Beverly Hillbillies, Not As Together is the first one. Work on that, guys. Not a lot of people know this, actually. That show was the prequel to a very popular show now called The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Okay, so looking at this, it's like, y'all tell me, should I aim for Cloud Starfield and Good Enough? Or can our planet use just a little bit more attention? Shield away from some of the harsher light. Kind of a desert area, some mountains going on. Ridge here to me is just a little darker behind it. I can keep picking at this picture forever, but I am not sure if in doing so there actually be that much improvement to it. Now we've got one leave it for swirl. More details would probably ruin it from Kyler. Probably not wrong on that, my friend. Okay, so it gives a couple of votes. I guess that gives one more question. Should I actually add cloud cover, or should we leave it more clean and then just go for our star field? Cloud cover is going to give us a look something like this or that. Where just kind of like a cottony white kind of thing over the top of it, where you can still see most of the detail underneath, or a decent amount of it, but gives that added level of detail. Keep hitting on the same word, detail. Well, while you're thinking about that, clean in stars. Okay. In that case, we will leave it without the cloud cover. We're just going to add some stars. And we will start with this one here, because the star field, so maybe a few clouds, don't overdo it. In this one, I've got, I think it sounds like I've got Brat and Swirl voting for clean with just the stars, and if they are in agreement on that, in this case, they will probably trump over you. Maybe I'll do another one sometime with clouds. And so we've got to do our star field, though. I'll get my finest tip brush. And I was thinking I wasn't going to do this. I realized that, you know, this would still be perfect place. Tie it all together. Sort of not. We're going to make real prominent. Yeah, not that one prominent. Got to be a little bit different because I got to be able. Well, I can do it this way. Real prominent are obtuse triangle, the That's a big maybe. Uh, yeah, I don't want them all the same. True. This is my one tied together is our obtuse triangle constellation, which, as we recall, is Jack Gunsky. And we're putting it in the southwestern sky because he's down and left can't be right. Right? Jack, if you're listening to it, love you, man, but gotta pick where you can, right? Do that. Just make this a little more prominent. And Starfield is relatively easy to do, except it's actually a lot harder than you'd think to do truly random placement of dots. The mind wants to build a pattern, which is actually part of where the constellations came from. Pattern matching and then navigation. Can't really say they'd be spectacularly good at coming up with and designing a constellation or placing it, which is why we got Jack Gunsky. Real easy. It's an obtuse triangle. Especially a brain like mine wants to make a pattern. A random smattering is just something else entirely. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the music on so I don't have to keep repeating myself or having long silences while I'm doing this. That's actually where the music came from in the first place.
Again, I don't do any research for this. It's just Wikipedia Live up here. Okay, so let me give you another one. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and then you have... Now we're getting it. All right, last one. This is an easy one. You all know this one. Thank you for being a friend. Golden Girls, that was really loud and soon. And you are proud of that. Yes, you must be the proud owner of a Golden Girls box set right there, I can tell. VHS? Yeah, definitely. It's the only way to watch them. Real grainy-like. So, actually, I do have a little fun fact for you guys. This I did look up. This is gonna blow your minds. Madonna, today, is the same age as Blanche Devereaux was on the final season of the Golden Girls. Yeah, try sleeping tonight now. All right, so we decided to get a bunch of those great theme songs and put them into a medley for you guys. And now that some of you may not be sitcom aficionados, so we created some slides that we're going to put up here to clue you in on what shows they came from. Now, we had to doctor those slightly for legal purposes, but I'm sure you won't even be able to tell. Please, enjoy.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 8. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, the cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are on, and we're free. These days are on, share them with me. These happy days are yours and mine. It's a rare condition this day and age. Read any good news on the newspaper page. Another tradition, grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. But there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. Ta-da-da. It's all I see. It's how we're dreaming. Real love bursting out of every seam. As the days go by, it's the bigger love of the family. Did I do that? A newborn in the neighborhood lives downstairs and it's understood. He's there just to take good care of me, like he's part of the family. Charles in charge of our days and our lives. Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights. And I say, I want Charles in charge of me. 2, 3, and no one told you life was gonna be this way. Job's a joke you wrote, love might steal away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been a day a week, in your year. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like you've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. There's a time for love and a time for living. You take a chance and face the wind. An open road and road that's been a brand new life around the bend. There were times I lost a dream or two, found a trail, and at the end was you. There's a path you take and a path untaken. The choice is up to you, my friend. Your nights are long, but your mind awake to a brand new life, brand new life, a brand new life around the bend. Your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Come on, sing it with us. Sometimes
Hey, random. Yeah, that is a quite the cheerful song. Zombies can get a job and go to the grocery store. Well, zombies voting, right? Okay, so I think we are gonna be finished up with this particular one, other than corking the back and clear coating it, because gotta protect the surfaces. And the clear coat gives it that nice shine, a little extra depth, and of course it protects the paint from casual contact and moisture and the like, because otherwise I could take with a damp rag and wipe out the entire painting. Downside of painting on tile, next time I do porcelain, I might actually engrave the glaze off of it. We'll see. I hate the grocer, though. True, but how dare you? Yeah, I don't have any of my sounders today, so... and I did take, what y'all may have seen me doing, but not really catching. Let's see if I can get a good angle on it. Not really. We just have right here on the edge a nice tiny little WF. Willitforge signature on it, because this quadrant here is for somebody. Actually, somebody in the audience right now who was one of our winning contestants on the Christmas guessing game. Yes, that is you, Swirl. I do still have to cork these and clear coat it, but if you're willing to share an address with me offline, when this is done, it's going to be yours. Say, insert gasps and everything else. Not that I'm worthy, I'm definitely not. Yeah, I should only have committed contact. Hate the... So, coming in next... we have another group of flooring stuff. This is actually nice commercial vinyl flooring. 18 by 18 planks usually. So I'm not really certain how the edges look for installation. One would think that they'd have to be coming out really good, or else people wouldn't buy it. And I'll tell you, it's some of the patterns they have on this, I would put it someplace in my house, probably kitchen or bathroom, where you've got the full advantage of a impermeable surface. Big problem? I have no clue what I'm painting next. So I am open to suggestions. Or are we happy with ongoing planet scenes? Just make a new one. I've got this idea for one thing to do, but I don't have the I don't have a good source image to work with yet, so I'm a little bit uncertain on that. I'm sorry to hear about those breaks, but Kyler. Hope you're staying safe with that. I'm reminded of having a brake failure issue many years ago. Actually, it was I say many years ago. It's been a while. Had some very bad luck automotively over a relatively short period of time. So over a couple of years, I had 2 explosive blowouts on the highway at 70. Had brake line failure, and my steering wheel came off in my hands while I was driving. It's times like this when I wish I was better at visualizing. Car still stops, just don't want to make the problem worse and more expensive. Yeah, I hear that too. You're dealing with brakes, especially. If you have say dealing with brakes, especially, go with the fix it as soon as you discover something's going wrong, because giving it longer is not a good thing. End up letting things get a lot worse. Okay, so something bright and sunny, you say? Is this a matter of disliking the current winter conditions, shall we say? In that case, we're going to set the painted black tiles aside for later. And we'll see what we can do with these white ones. I'm just going to take and make sure that the surface is run into my microphone and shock mount and boom arms right in front of my face, and I move my head and boom. Which is unironically why they call it a boom. Just want these to be as clean and bright as I can get them. Steering didn't come apart at highway speeds on a gravel road. Happened to you when you were a teenager once? Ow! Yeah, no, the steering wheel came off in my hand as I was coming to a stop. The brakes I discovered as they went squishy and went away as I was coming to, curiously enough, that very same stop sign. The blowouts were on the highway at highway speeds as I was heading to work. Now I did have there was a spot a couple miles south of where we lived that had, I think it's 3 miles south, that had you go up as a fairly smooth hill on the one side, and you crest over, and just the other side of the cross street there, it took a quarter lane shift to the left and a steep downslope with gravel. I took that one a little too fast one time and ended up facing back up that hill towards the, well, kind of angled towards the shoulder. Too busy at the time to be scared, nervous breakdown afterwards. That's kind of how those tend to go. Okay, so let's see if we can't come up with something to take the chill off. I can't promise good results on this though, because this is gonna be even crazier for me than the last round.
Almost heaven. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning. Now she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads take me home. Country roads take me home. Country roads.
All right, Kyler. Let's see. Wasting away. No, okay, let's see. Searching for my lost shaker song. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. I know it's nobody's fault. Gotta love Buffett. I said I have a couple of his CDs. Just starting off the base coating here. So I didn't actually try and aerosol this before. I don't know how well this is going to stick, but I figure it probably can't do any worse than on glazed porcelain. So worst case scenario, put some overlapping protective coats of paint, spray on it. It catches the sides and everything to protect it a little bit. Go with trying to start with the water here. Well, some parts of that do pick up pretty nicely for drying in. Of course, this is just starting. We got details to add, details galore. Make that song work for your voice. Which one? Margaritaville? Part of my problem is finding the right spot without like a pitch pipe or something like that to pick up on. I can sing, I can carry a tune in a bucket, but finding the right notes on the fly, I do not have perfect pitch. I got a friend who's got perfect pitch. I do not. And already hitting into something a little brighter or warmer looking for sure. Of course, it has to finish. Can't pick anything out but just by the first two colors, right?
Love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please love me do. Oh, love me do. Love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please love me do. Oh, love me do. Someone to love, somebody new. Someone to love, someone like you. Love me do. You know I love you. I'll always be true. So please love me do. Oh, love me do. Love me do. You know
The fox went out on a chilly night, prayed for the moon to give a light, for many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, many a mile to go that night before he reached the town. Oh, he ran to the king, to the farmer's pen. The ducks and the geese were kept therein. He said, a couple of you are gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, a couple of you are gonna grease my chin before I leave this town. Oh, he grabbed the gray goose by the neck. He threw a duck across his back, and he didn't mind the quack, quack, all the legs all dangling down. Oh, down, oh, down, oh, he didn't mind the quack, quack, all the legs all dangling down. Oh, well, the old gray woman jumped out of bed. Out of the window she popped her head, cried, John, John, the gray goose is gone, the fox is on the town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, John, John, the gray goose is gone, and the fox is on the town. Oh, he ran till he came to his nice warm den, and there were the little ones, 8, 9, 10, saying, Daddy, Daddy, better go back again. It must be a mighty fine town. Oh, town, oh, town, oh, Daddy, Daddy, go back again, for it must be a mighty fine town. Oh, the fox and his wife, without any strife, they cut up the goose with a fork and a knife, and they never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on their bones. Oh, bones, oh, bones, oh, they never had such a supper in their life, and the little ones chewed on their bones. Yum.
Yeah, Margaritaville would be one that's it's very easy to throw a country twang into. Pulling that, especially get like the ties to It's 5 o'clock somewhere, you get the same kind of feeling and vibe to it. One of the ones I've done a number of times karaoke actually is Lost and Found by Brooks and Dunn. And that one is really fun to walk up to the mic with a beer bottle in your hand and throw a little bit of country twang, a little bit of slur into. Especially if you can pull off the other part of the song, that just kind of adds a whole new dynamic to it, and people realize this person is not quite as sloshed as we were thinking. Trying a few different colors here. I don't actually know which ones I'm going to like and how it's going to come out. But hey, it gives us something. And by the twang slur, we're talking like, I lost her trail on Friday night. She was gone before I got home. She'd been getting restless in that big house all alone. I've been up and down these streets for 3 nights in a row. Lord, it's hard to find that girl when she gets the urge to go. Not being careful and messing up my other stuff, but that's why you have paint and layers, right? Might have to do another iteration of this kind of picture, because just about perfect would be a pair of islands right there. Gives the folks in Michigan a tie back home. Bonus points worth nothing to Say nothing but bragging rights to the person who identifies that two-island reference in a picture like this. Cue Jeopardy theme music.
Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say, who murdered 3. Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree, or a dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree, or a necklace of hope side by side with me? Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? They strung up a man, they say who murdered 3. Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where a dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things have happened here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree?
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I have happy to say I have never been booed off the stage for karaoke. I've had a couple of misses, but some of the places I've done karaoke, I would not be surprised if they went to throwing tomatoes and such if you really sucked. So there's always that. Gonna try right away to throw a 5th color in here. Let's see how it works. And none of my Michigan peeps coming out of the woodwork to do a guess on the if we were to take and add a pair of islands out here, what that reference would be. I'm almost disappointed, folks. One of you's got to know what that would be referring to. Yeah. Got nothing on the trivia question. Most of my knowledge of the Great Lakes comes from the song The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend is on how the Chippewa down of the big lake they call Kitchigumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead. But that's an October-November song, so let's see. We are going to... You're definitely right about it being referencing something into the Great Lakes. A specific spot in Michigan where you would have a where you might have a view not too dissimilar to this with a pair of islands over here. It's a beautiful hike if you're not a cripple, too. Beautiful hike if you are a cripple. It's just a little bit more challenging if you're a cripple. Probably going to end up painting over a lot of this, but now at least I know that the fan brush with the green does give you nice edges of grass. You get a little patches of green in the sand near the shore. Yeah, November, wrong season in saddles. One of those tragedies that never forgotten locally, of course, and then you got fun Canadian singer making a song about it, and Tim Hawkins does the perfect breakdown. Is like I got ADD, so many of these songs are too long. It says I think the longest song ever by a Canadian artist, Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Like 87 verses to 2 8-tracks kind of things. So I think I take it down to try and take it down to one verse. It's went something like this. No, I can't remember, so I'm not gonna try. A happy little bush. Well, yeah, you can get a few bushes around there too. I can drop one of 3 words on the mic right now, and anybody from Michigan would get it. Boom. You know, click, boom, that's it. We're going to try something a little bit different with this one.
sit in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me, and all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away, and all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it fell unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass and drink of health whatever befalls, and gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. So fill to me the parting glass and gather as the evening falls, and gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Good night and joy be to you all.
This video was awesome. I can't believe we got to do this with Hound Fox. If you want to see more
And discovering I cannot find any yellow. Shame on me. Will, where is your yellow? I don't think I have any. Unless I can find my tubes of acrylic, which I know they're here, but finding them quickly might be a little bit of a trick. So parts of this gonna, of course, have to wait until I get more of my colors for the detail, or else I'll have to get a creative alternative. We'll see what we get. No sun! Ah, Swirl, we will be getting bright. We will be getting beautiful. We will be getting delightful and lovely. In fact, I actually want to make the black section on this a bit bigger. I want to take up more of the picture with that bit of the picture. And I will either come up with a good substitute for the yellow, or, well, this season continues. On the next even-numbered Saturday, and between now and then, I should be able to get some acrylic yellow. Individually, these bottles of paint are just not that expensive. It's when you have to get a lot of them all at once that they get to be more problematic. I probably got I've probably got 3 places within 3 miles that would have it. But I'm not going to pause the stream to go paint shopping. Oh. And haircuts are a wonderful thing. Kyler, if you're into that, and at least a good haircut's a wonderful thing. And having it happen before bad stuff kind of mutes the bad stuff a little bit, I find. And this bottle of paint right there is just about to the end of its life. Thankfully, it's not the only black I've got. And like bright colors like yellow, the stuff stuff that's not typically in my personal painting style per se. Easy to come by. Definitely not perfect on the edging for this, but there's stuff that's going to be going around there, so I should be able to cover the paint where there's issues. Hair is getting long enough to be annoying. Yeah, you do you on that. I'm actually, for reasons my own, I have been growing it out for a little while now, so I do I got a bit of a tail if it's straight. Mine doesn't do straight so well, but when it is straight, I've got a bit of a tail going on.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was for me. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds.
Well, mine goes wave to full curl. So something like a ponytail ends up being just a relatively tight curl at the nape of my neck. It's kind of funny because when it's dry, no matter how long it has gotten, it ends right around the collar of my shirt. And right now, it's if it's wet and straight, we're looking at like far enough down the shoulder blades that I can touch it, reaching under and back. Hairline and staging strategic retreat. Yeah, mine's been thinning, and I'm a little concerned about the strategic retreat thing myself. I can say that the growing it long is not tied at all to thoughts of trying to conceal strategic or unstrategic loss of hair. Too much in that. Probably overdoing the fine detail here for what the end result is going to be. If I don't end up rage quitting this picture and taking a wet rag to it. But we'll see.
Yo-ho, all together, hoist the colors high. Evil, thieves and beggars, never shall we die. Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle, we loot. Drink up, ya heinies, yo-ho. We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot. Drink up, ya heinies, yo-ho. We kindle and char, we flame and ignite. Drink up, ya heinies, yo-ho. We burn up the city, we're really a fright. Drink up, ya heinies, yo-ho.
Come all ye pretty fair maids, whoever you may be, who love a jolly sailor bold that plows the raging sea. My heart is pierced by Cupid, I disdain all glittering gold. There is nothing can console me but my jolly sailor bold.
Even with just the vocals and not the, out without words, that one is just a fun one. And I'd have been really happy if they'd made it even longer. This one spot here where the black paint is really thin and not taking new drops very well. That spot there might take a little longer to dry. One of those things that happens with can happen with older acrylic, especially if it starts separating a little bit. Yeah, I'm really bummed on this one that I don't have yellow. Let's see what we can do with just a little bit of a little last one. Hintings. Of green in the brown. A little bit more than hint the green, but the brown is still prominent in there too. An example of older male relatives is anything to go by. The hairline will give ground slowly as the years roll by. Well, I've had amazingly thick hair considering the males on my mother's side of the family. Most of whom, well, let's just say I would have been bald by now already. So I've been really blessed there. To the Amazon, they deliver in 5 minutes or less, right? Yeah, I wish. That'd be really funny. Yellow acrylic paint. Send. Amazon. But no, there's none of that. I do think for this one, though, we're going to continue the trend of bright color behind it. Because that white is just looking really plain. We're going to make this really bright blue around. And I am happy the acrylics are drying in place quite well. I have not tried wiping any out to see how well it holds against the damp rag. But the goal of this is to stick to the surface well enough to paint a picture, not be immune to deliberate attempts to destroy it mid-painting. I mean, this is a random material I picked up at Home Depot when I was looking for white porcelain tiles as an alternative for some of this. It's vinyl flooring, so anybody who's watched my vinyl videos knows that this will never go in the laser, because I value the laser and I value my life. But as far as making a picture, looks like a root beer flavored lollipop at the moment. Well, I guess I can take that, considering how far it is from being done, especially on the detail. I've got no doubt that in its time it will be quite identifiable as what it's intending to be. The question tends to be at that point, will it be pleasantly identifiable or embarrassingly identifiable? Hey Data, welcome back. Becomes that a matter of, yeah, I can tell what it's supposed to be, but I wish I couldn't. We'll see. It's not going to hit that finish point today, I don't think. And unless somebody is like really good at guessing, it's probably not going to hit that reasonably identifiable, whether that's embarrassing or not, today. But I mean, we're doing some bright and warm pictures. Look at the arrays of colors that I've got on my tray even. There's only like 2 browns and 1 black. Audience member asked for nice warm pictures. I am trying to accommodate. Oreo cookie stabbed with a green plastic straw. Oh. That is a no. Yes, Kyler actually hit it. If it all works out, it is going to be a sunflower, which is why I was regretting the lack of yellow to be able to do the petals and highlight the seeds more. Naturally, it's still too early in the mix to worry about if it looks like what it's supposed to look like. And said, well, we'll hit some point in the future where it's a question of, while it's identifiable, is it identifiable pleasant or identifiable embarrassingly? We'll figure that out. Did the video Nature by Numbers inspire me? No, I actually... these inspirations are from Swirl Blue, suggesting that we should have some pictures that were warmer to counter the recent chill of the polar vortex and the carrying on of winter. So I have 4 that I'm working on these white flooring pieces to try and give brighter, warmer pictures to make one think of warmer, more pleasant times. I'm still trying to figure out this last one here, though, what I'm going to do, because I've got 2 that are obviously, this has got water in it. This you got sand and water and sky, and the other one's going to be a sunflower if it turns out well. So I want something that's going to be warm and inviting, or at least warm nostalgia. And I am just gotta think a moment.
I never thought hyenas essential. They're crude and unspeakably plain, but maybe they've a glimmer of potential if allied to my vision and brain. Your powers of retention are as wet as a warthog's backside, but as thick as you are, pay attention. My words are a matter of pride. It's clear from your vacant expressions the lights are not all on upstairs, but we're talking kings and successions. Even you can't be caught unawares. So prepare for a chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for sensational news. A shining new era is tiptoeing nearer.
And where do we feature?
Just listen to teacher. I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And injustice deliciously squared. Be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared. We'll be prepared. For what?
For the death of the king.
Great idea. Who needs a king? No king, no king. La 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 la.
And yes, there will be a king.
Hey, but you said
I will be king.
that will soon be connected with a king who'll be all time adored.
Of course, quid pro quo, you're expected
to take certain duties on board. The future is littered with prizes, and though I'm the main addressee, the point that I must emphasize is you won't get a sniff without me. So prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared for the murky scan. Meticulous planning, tenacity spanning, decades of denial is simply why I'll be king, undisputed, respected, saluted, and seen for the wonder I am. Yes, my teeth and ambitions are bad. Be prepared. Yes, our teeth and ambitions are bad. Be prepared.
Thank you so much to my patrons for allowing me.
Trying to go without buildings and the like, though, Data. This is this set here's not so much for architecture as just warm, inviting. Ooh, that is way beyond my ability. It's a beach in Kauai. And it's beautiful, but I would not be able to come close to doing it justice, so don't draw the buildings, silly. What are you, a copy machine? I'm closer to a copy machine than an independent artist. Let me look at the picture again, because it is a warm picture. I mean, I'm not knocking that. Maybe I can merge the two images. That would be interesting. Well, for that, I need to dig up more tan. Tan I got, yellow I don't.
The water is wide, I can't cross over, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row. My love and I. There is a ship and she sails the sea. She's loaded deep as deep can be, but not love and I, wings to fly. The water is wide, I can't cross over, and neither have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall roll. My love and I, and both shall roll. My love and I. I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. Yeah, that's what we've become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. And I know that I deserve your love, 'cause there's nothing worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Marching on, marching on. I make no apologies. This is me. This is me.
Well, I'm kind of committed to an idea now, Data, and it's kind of a mix of a couple of images, including the one that you shared, taking buildings out. So we will see what we come up with. Worst case scenario, I paint over it, right? We're all friends here. I don't kick myself or anything like that. We just kind of take the oops and carry on. I'm going to have to blend things in a little bit. Some of these things I'm just playing with some of the techniques and styling as I'm getting ready to do things with it. I'll tell you, some things in nature though do look as clean as if they had been drawn or painted, so it's not completely out of the realm of potential. Some of these brushes are really good at what you'd think of as textures for water and stuff like that. I don't find myself typically wishing I could wipe out brush marks or anything like that. Oh, 10 of my favorite YouTubers that you may not know. Well, the problem, I think that most of my favorite YouTubers you probably do know. You got like political realm things. You got Matt Christensen, Steven Crowder, Viva Fry, as he says, Montreal litigator turned YouTuber. He does videos of his own as well as streams with the attorney Robert Barnes. Do this for sandy color right now, although I think I'm gonna have some sky coming through there. I need to get some edging and overlaps worked out. Enjoy Freedom Tunes. One that might not come to mind. Jason A. Unless that's another name for useless, no. I do not. Completely non-political, but very entertaining in its own way. With videos come out every Saturday morning, my time, Eastern time. Ants Canada. He's from Canada. He's living in the Philippines now, and he, as the name suggests, he keeps ants and other things. And there's just a lot of interesting stuff with the different colonies. He's got the construction he's got going on for his new house to be a better ant keeping space between the ones he's got domestic and the ones in the wild. Conspicuous observers. That does not ring a bell either. Occasionally like watching King of Random. Should be reasonably predictable for someone like me. Grandma Potty Mouth. No, not heard of that either. And kind of a interesting microcosm in some ways. And I don't even pay a lot of attention to who's who anymore on some of these things. It's just, oh yeah, this one's up on my feed. Of course, everyone here knows about Lords of the Night. It'll be coming up in an hour and a half on, should be on Scribelight's channel. If he's not kept too late. If he is, it'll be on Satsu's. I'm going to have to think about that. In the meantime, I do need to actually refresh my water for rinsing the excess paint out of my brushes and everything. So we are going to throw in a tune, take a real quick pause here, and I will be right back.
Frozen, I held my breath right from the start. I knew that I found a home for my heart to fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow.
Time stands still, beauty and all she is. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me, and I have loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. I will love you 1,000 years. Firefly, dragonfire, searing woods and ancient tire. Wake, wake from the grave, rise to set the world aflame. Night, night, endless night, terror is the only light.
untamed. Darkness dwells in age-old blade.
And I am back. And let's see, the data asking questions to make a person think. And I thought of one while I was away, and wouldn't you know it, it has slipped away. Because Will's got monkey memory. Sort of, at least. Some things stick with me forever. Some things kind of fade away immediately. And so far, that seems to have no correlation to what or how much I'm drinking. So I finished my glass of wine. I finished my coffee. I got a lot of detail work to do on this yet, so. Thinking about it, I have got to find another color here for the sky. Actually, I know what I'm going to do for the sky. I just don't know how well it's going to turn out. Ooh, blown motor's no fun. Been there, done that. That's a beautiful thing. I had an oil change today and say, engine's practically new. It's only got 3,000 miles on it. At most. We're going to try our hand at mixing a little bit. Not sure it's gonna get us anywhere, but it should be. A little darker. We got a lot of flexibility with this picture because this is inspired by a mixture of two places in the real world. That's the closest it gets to reality. As with so many of my pictures. Well, it's kind of inspired by Earth, but it's not Earth. Get some sky in there. And just so you're up to speed, Jack, our challenge was to do some warmer pictures to counter the colder weather we've been having. Smoke pouring out of the dipstick tube, yeah, that is a bad sign. As Kyler said, last rites. Maybe pull a Hail Mary on that, but that's probably not. Yeah, Jack, we're working on. Let me pull out because they had a paint drying situation, of course. Is common for our channel here. And this one needs more blending after it's dried and a lot more detail. Such is life. So the first thing, Jack, is I finished the first set. Clear coating and corking the back. Make sure our surface here is clean of paint because it sometimes gets. So now it's got a really glossy sheen on it, protecting it. Also happens to, if you're looking at it closely, it adds another layer of my favorite thing, depth, to the picture. When you're looking at it close in. And this one, which has our Jack Gunsky obtuse triangle in the sky. Kind of a try at a nebula slash plasma cloud kind of thing. And then our planet with the our tides don't care about your feelings, 2 moons, totally messing things up. So those are backed with cork, protect the surface that it's on. They're at least water resistant, if not completely waterproof. And they got a really nice glossy coat. Now, the other one that I was doing, the planet, one planet in 4, is done and just ready for corking and clear coating. We finished today. And each one separately is a nice by itself, but together they paint the whole picture. And tying the two together, though they are separate, we have in our southwestern sky our Jack Gunsky obtuse triangle. Southwestern sky, down and to the left, never right, as I said. So with those done, the challenge was to do something warmer to counter the current temperature situation. And so we have started doing some warmer pictures that are not done yet. Back into the left, down and to the left. The directions to Neverland, Jack Gunsky's the opposite direction. And we're not done yet, but this is where we are. And these do not have any specific tie to a specific place. Although I commented for the folks from Michigan, this one, if you put a couple of islands out there, would be referenced to a specific place. And so far, none of my friends from Michigan have picked up that specific reference. I'm kind of sadly predictable land. Yep, that is Jack. So none of my friends from Michigan have picked up that whole what that would be with the beachfront and the pair of islands out there. I'm sure it'll come to somebody. Now, the one thing I think we've run into, I think I hit the end of that playlist. Yeah, that took a little while. So we're just gonna start a new one, going right up the list. We're big into the straight note chaser right now. Well, we will do this set completely with straight note chaser. At least I think that's all I got selected here, and then run back into Peter Howlands again if we still got time.
We're going to leave you tonight with one of our favorite songs, a song that has been popular throughout the decades by Mr. Paul Simon. 1, 2. I'll be your bridge over troubled water. When you're down, I will carry you like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all.
Come on, flat top, come grooving slowly. You got juju up on me, one only roller. You got head down to the sleeve. Got to be a joker, you just do what you please. Yeah. Football, he got all your fingers, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. I'll come together right now over me, you roller coaster, you got observed, you want it, you got what you want it, you got. He said, one and one is three. Got to be good looking, it's so hard to see. Come together right now. Now come together right now. Now come together right now over me.
My name is Randy, and I'm from Chicago, where you're either a Cubs fan or a Sox fan. And out near New York, you might be either a Yankees fan or this season a Yankees fan. But in the 60s, during the British invasion, there were two bands that stood out above all the rest, except we couldn't just pick one of them.
Help, I need somebody, help, not just anybody. You know I need someone, yeah, yeah. Help, I need somebody, help, not just anybody. You know I need someone, yeah, yeah. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find to change my mind and open up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, help me, you. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. 'Cause I try, and I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no faces have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall some more dead and some more living. In my life, I've loved them all. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Two for one. Charlie, please tell the audience about our award-winning choreography.
Our award-winning choreography has won no awards whatsoever.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Joseph and his amazing Technicolor team.
I close my eyes to pull back the curtain to see for certain what I thought I knew. Far, far away, someone was weeping, but the world was sleeping, and a dream will do. I wore my coat with golden lining, bright colors shining, wonderful and new. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and the world was waking. Any dream will do. Crash of the drums, a flash of a light. My golden coat went out of sight. The colors faded into darkness. I was left alone. May I return to the beginning. The light is dimming, and the dream is too. The world and I, we are still waiting, still hesitating. Any dream will do. Any dream, any dream, any dream, any dream will do. Any dream, any dream, any dream, any dream will do. Any dream, any dream, any dream will do. Any dream, any dream will do.
Catch you later, Swirl. Thanks for stopping by. We're doing last code on these here, and then we'll be calling it a stream 2.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm going to see your Bruce Springsteen one last time and raise you one. A John Bon Jovi. I need some help singing though, it's been a long run. It's all the same, only the need for change.
Johnny used to work on the dock. Union's been on strike. He's down on the lucky star. Oh, so good. She knows to ride her old yeah. Working for a man, she breaks on her pain for love. Oh, for love. She says we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. Come on, sing with me. We'll give it a shot. Oh, halfway there. Oh, baby, I'm ready. Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, baby, I'm ready. Baby, I'm ready. Shot to love, and you're too late. Darling, you give love, bad baby. You play my part, and you play your game. You give love, bad baby. And you give love. We gotta hold on, ready or not. You live on the right way, that's all that you got. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, baby, I'm ready. Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, baby, I'm ready. Baby, I'm ready. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
Hot air balloon, I could go to space. Like I don't care, baby, by the way.
Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Oh, yeah.
Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back.
I should probably warn you, I'll be just as fine. No offense to you, but don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Oh, yeah. Bring me down, ain't nothing. Bring me down, my level to a high.
Bring me down, can't nothing. Bring me down, my level's too high.
Near the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. Near the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight.
Just like that.
Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't cry, my darling, the lion
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Steve Morgan. Superior tenor. Superior tenor.
Get your popcorn and giant sodas calorie and take your seat. Silence your voice.
There are dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Oh no, they just escaped. The power went out, setting them all free. Run for your life. He's just 8 and home alone, so innocent, little Kevin. Idiot burglars are after. He was only 8 years old. Towards their head, towards their head. Freeze the stairway, freeze the stairway. And with paint cans and claws, getting caught off our homes. Found him in our backyard, was left by his spaceship. E.T. the tiny and the young just wants to phone home. I'll never let go, Jack. Kate Winslet was cheating with DiCaprio, and icebergs caused the ship to sink. But that string chords and kept cool and played on as most everyone drowned. He was born Indiana, not the school. He was a cowboy with a science background. He was searching for a cub of fighting pirates and bad guys and running from bullets in a cage. Life is a box of chocolates, he said, and he really had to be. Not on the run, he sat on that bench, waiting to
alone was a nobody until he wrote this great story. The underdog was in the end, always yelling. Rocky Road, the Rocky Road. They get the montages of life. Running up the stairs, pushing and punching cows to drink. Oh, Philadelphia.
More like the Star Wars. Too many prequels can't follow along. More like a hater. Use his legislation to injure his son. Now, Luke, we're grateful that you saved everyone. But why did you kiss your sister's nasty? No, she looked hot in that gold bikini. But come on, man, she's still family. Family. Star Wars. Yada, Star Wars. Yada, Star Wars. Yada.
Hope you enjoy RSC, movie medley. You should have
Collective cheer, one craze cheer back there. We all agree Disney's great. We all love Disney, but I have a beef with Disney. You see, I think Disney's responsible for all the anxiety in the children of my generation. I will explain. Saturday morning, you're at home watching cartoons with your favorite bowl of cereal. Kid tested, mother approved.
Yes.
How many other cereals can say that, sir? None. It's trademarked. So you're watching the cartoons.
And this is going to be our last song, I think. We are running out of painting we can do right now without messing it up while it's trying.
Movie is finally available on VHS.
And we're running kind of almost up to 8:30. Don't want to run into Lords of the Night at 9. Still got to feed myself, clean my brushes, all of that fun stuff. So we'll be closing out with this song. And remember, it's not over until the laser cat purrs.
It's going to be a glorious day until the voice continues. Buy it in the next 8 seconds or we're locking it in the Disney vault forever. Listen, that is way too much pressure to put on someone that's only 19. So we decided to get back at Disney the only way we know how. We took a handful of Disney hits, the songs you know and love. We put them into a medley, but before you clap, we ruined these songs by changing the lyrics. Please enjoy. Disney movies set the bar with stories that are bizarre, expensive toys that kids desire will bankrupt you. I have catfished a girl by lying, scheming, pretending. But don't tell Princess that I'm a street rat. That truth we can't hide. I just met a great guy, but will my father approve of him? He's arranged my marriage to Jafar, which makes me want to cry. It's an unfair world. Lift our seas from your heart. Is that God with Avery? Just take me very far away from Agrabah. Even though I barely know you, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. And my tiger too. But he'll eat Abu. Then he'll eat my
Out
In France lived a prince who was super arrogant. An enchantress put a spell on him, his face would make you wince. Found a girl named was Belle, only chance to break the spell. Locked in his castle forever. Stockholm syndrome, now or never. Talking clock, talking candle, mine shop, too much to handle. And the service here is getting quite insane. They'll fill you up with free pie, but they charge for Wi-Fi. Bells depressed and in distress as his guest forever his guest.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat?
Too bad that all of it's wet and moldy. Wouldn't you think she's the girl who ruins everything? But who cares? No big deal. She wants more.
She's trying to be
Where the people are,
but
her dad really hates those humans. It'd also be hard without those. What's that word again? Oh, feet. But Ursula made a deal for her voice, which would cause any man to rejoice. How do they swim under the sea without gurgling? What does that mean? No idea, I have no idea. No idea, I have no idea. When Disney made this movie, there was one goal to scare the crap out of every kid into listening to their mom and dad. The circle of life to your mom who are hired by your uncle who wants to take your throne, but have no fear. This has a happy ending, 'cause it's Disney and not real life.
yeah, Bob Ross wouldn't let that stop him, and except when it did. Yeah, eventually you gotta stop. Eventually. Thank you all for stopping by. Check out Jack Gunski tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for Quippers United. He also shows up on the corner, which last night was very entertaining between what they did to Sunburst and what they did to Moonshock. Was definitely a riot. Lords of the Night in 30 minutes should be on Scribe Light's channel, but if he's running late, it'll be Satsu 2 cents. 2 cents plus gaming on Twitch. Twitch.tv/2 cents plus. After that, don't know what game he's going to be playing. If it's Valheim, I'll be on that stream. Not talking, just a background bit player. And have a wonderful evening, everyone. Peace out and stay warm.